We really should stop this fighting. Otherwise, we'll miss the fireworks.
There won't be any fireworks.
And here we go.
Peace and blessings, people. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum. What it do, man? This is your boy Musa bringing you flames. You already know. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Power on.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that
Your
bell,
device
homie.
is connected.
You know what the business is. Ooh, I just had a real turbulent scene not too long ago involving my sink. Lord have mercy. Thank God I got a water vac, a shop vac. I advise everybody in America who has a place of residency to get you a shop vac. Yes, invest in your shop vac. You never know when encounters may happen where you may need water picking up off the ground without you using towel or any type of cloth material at a highly risk. You know what I'm saying? At its disposal. You can prevent all that. But shout out to the black YouTube out there, man. Ticket TV, Carcino, Kwame Brown, the league attorney, JR Wisdom, Mr. Palmer, MTR, 2 Raw for Sports, 2 Raw for TV. Oh man, these brothers be bringing the Professor B1. He bring the flame. Always so many brothers that bring the flame on YouTube. Not try to be one of the worthy YouTubers. Not looking for notoriety, just getting a message on out there. Corey Holcomb, big brother Corey Holcomb, boy, he laid like he laid. You feel me? There's so many black YouTubers out there, man, that just bring the flame and keep it 100. Now, this one particular video I have right now, you would say people trying to keep it 100, but I believe these people are just bought and paid for just to start a riffraff.
I'm ready to earn my master's.
And it's about talking about identifying yourself and all that old crap. You know, Transformers. More than meets the eye. Autobots stage their best to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. You know that old ideology. You know what I'm saying? A through Z, whatever the fuck it may be. I am confused as a Mickey Ficky. But we have a liberal professor has a meltdown when Harley asks if men can get pregnant. Now, subscribe to Blaze TV. I'm subscribed to them right now. It just came on my feed. So I love to get YouTubers content, some content, and just and throw my 2 cents on it. You know what I'm saying? But this shit here crazy though.
You've used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. Bridges, you said several times, you've used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Cis women have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley.
Oh, so your view is that the core of this right then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing that.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who can have pregnancies?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted suicide. So I think it's important
because of my line of questioning. So we can't talk about it
because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist.
I'm denying that trans people exist by asking you if you're talking about women having pregnancies.
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think women can get pregnant.
So you're denying that trans people exist?
And that leads to violence? Is this how you run your...
Men can get pregnant. You might as well just believe in the white Jesus Christ, Father from the sky, with holes in his sides, with a rainbow around his neck. You might as well believe that old fairy tale. I guess you believe in goddamn Santa Claus, motherfucker.
Trim, are students allowed to question you, or are they
Absolutely.
also treated like this, where
No, they're
told
allowed
that
to
they're
question.
opening up people to
Oh,
violence?
We have a good
by
time in my
questioning.
class. You should join.
I bet.
You might learn a lot.
Wow, I would learn a lot. I've learned a lot
I
just in
know.
this exchange.
Absolutely.
Extraordinary.
Yep.
Ms. Matsky, let me ask you something. So, you provide health care to women free of charge, right? Is that right?
Absolutely.
You've done this for many years.
Yep.
You have licensed medical professionals at your pregnancy care centers. Is that right?
That is correct.
What are some of the resources that you provide for women who come to you in a time of need?
So,
Just give us you talked about your written testimony, but just give us a sense of it.
so we have 3 OBGYN doctors, 5 registered nurses, nurse practitioners, physician assistants, phlebotomists, medical assistants, and we provide prenatal care, OBGYN care. We provide pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, well woman visits, breast exams. We provide a wide range of medical services. Yes.
So, what do you think about the DC politicians now saying that your clinic and the other 3,000 pregnancy care centers around this country are fake medical clinics? For instance, Senator Warren has said it's now more important than ever to crack down on so-called crisis pregnancy centers that mislead and deceive patients. Senator Menendez, crisis pregnancy centers jeopardize women's health and well-being, all while elevating unproven theories about birth control. Senator Warner wrote to Google asking them to censor search results for care centers like yours, saying directing women to fake clinics that traffic in misinformation is dangerous to women's health and undermines the integrity of Google's search results. Do you run a fake clinic? I mean, is that what's happening here? You don't provide actual medical care to actual women?
We absolutely do not run a fake clinic, and we have a full medical staff. Like I said, many of our medical professionals have experienced abortion for themselves, including our OBGYN doctor who used to perform abortions. So our entire medical staff is there for women, whether they choose abortion and walk out the door or whether they choose life for their baby, and we support them for years after that.
Do you think there ought to be an ideological test to be able to get medical care in this country? I mean, should we say to women, well, you have to agree with the DC Democrats' ideology, otherwise you can't go get medical care? Or maybe for you and the physicians who work at your pregnancy care center or the thousands of others across the country, should we impose an ideological test on them and say that, well, you have to agree with the DC Democrats' position on abortion or you can't provide medical care to women? Should we do that in this country?
Absolutely not.
I just want to ask in my few remaining seconds here, Ms. Harley, the Dobbs decision, as I understand it, I've read it now a number of times, it gives to voters the decision as to what laws should be pertaining to life and pertaining to abortion in all 50 states and other jurisdictions around the country. I'm just curious, do you know what percentage of voters in this country support the DC Democrats' position that they want to impose on the entire country, a one-size-fits-all rule they want to impose from the top down? Do you know what percentage of voters support their position, which is also, by the way, the same position taken by North Korea and China, other notable violators of human rights? Do you know what percentage it is?
I know that nearly 90% of Americans oppose abortion in the 3rd trimester. The number that would support abortion up to the moment of birth has to be minuscule. It's a horrific policy.
Yeah, I mean, based on the most recent Harvard poll that was just released just a few days ago, less than 10% of voters say that they would support abortion into the final month of pregnancy, and yet that is the law that the DC politicians want to impose on every voter in America, to take this away from the people, take it away from my state, take it away from all the other states and the voters in the states, but impose this law uniformly that is not supported by 90% of the American people. Talk about anti-democratic. At the same time, they want to shut down 3,000 pregnancy care centers all around this country. That's radical. Thank you for being here.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Which one of them is it going to be? The Autobots or the Decepticons? Which one is going to win the war? We will find out in the next episode of Transformers. More than meets the eye. This is your boy Moose. Do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.
One of the most beautiful pictures of us is in the 37th chapter of Ezekiel, the dry bones in the valley. And these bones were talking. Look at what they said. Our hope is lost. Our bones are dried. We are cut off from our part. They never thought that they could ever be a united people again. That's your thinking. Niggas ain't never gonna come together. Niggas ain't gonna unite. See, you're not looking for a Messiah. You say, well, we don't need no Messiah. Listen to your jackass self. We don't need no Messiah. Oh, don't go there with me. Don't go there. I speak a language that you understand. The book say in that day, he'll make it so plain that a fool would find it hard to make a mistake. You can't tell me you didn't understand what I'm saying. Not one of you. We don't need no Messiah. But J. Edgar Hoover, he knew what you were too ignorant to know. He knew that you were destined to receive the Messiah.